Unit 2, Recording 7.
OK, I'm going to talk about the influence of nature versus nurture. And I'd like to begin by stating that, as I see it, by far the strongest influence has to be nurture. The reason I think this is that I believe the way we're brought up will have a much stronger influence on how we behave than anything that's in our genes. I mean, some people will argue that our abilities are determined pretty much exclusively by our genes. So, if your father was a great scientist with a natural ability for mathematics, then there's a pretty good chance that you might inherit that same ability. Personally, I think it's ridiculous to suggest this. I think that when a parent has a particular strength or interest, or achieves something wonderful in a particular field, then the chances are that when they have children, they will try to instill in the children the same kind of interest. They will pass on their knowledge, their passion for the subject. They are quite likely to engage the child in activities related to that field, perhaps for quite a lot of the child's time. And it's as a result of this that the child may also develop strengths or abilities in the same field. I absolutely reject the idea that nature endows us with these inborn abilities. I mean, you can be born with the best natural musical ability in the universe, but if you don't practice the piano, then nothing will come of it. On the other hand, I think you can teach people to do just about anything, so long as you dedicate time and give the child the right kind of encouragement, or put them in the right situation. So, to conclude, I would have to argue that nurture plays a much stronger role in the development of who you are and the talents that you develop than nature does.
OK, thank you. And now let's open the discussion up and take questions from the floor. Does anyone have a question for one of the speakers?
Yes, I'd like to ask a question to the last speaker. I think it is quite obvious, if you look around you, that people often very much resemble their parents in terms of their physical appearance and even their characters. Why then do you not think that it is equally possible that a child will inherit its parents' ability or intelligence?
That's a good question, because yes, we can see that we do inherit physical characteristics from our parents. However, the point I'm trying to make is that we cannot rely on something we are assumed to be born with. For me, the influence of nurture is far stronger. I believe that everyone has the same potential. They just need to be given the right conditions to nurture and develop that potential. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?